Hey guys, so it is January 15th. We've made it to the middle of the month. I haven't been on here that much this week. It's just been a very busy week with work. Work is crazy busy for me. January is my busiest month because I'm a bookkeeper, so I'm just trying to get all the things ready for the accountant and all that good stuff. But I wanted to come on here and kind of talk a little bit about my journey with cervical cancer, because January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. And so, I was told early on, probably in my early 20s, like that's when they were like, oh, there's something here maybe, and then I would have to go get more tests. They're like, oh, you're good. And that went on for years, to the point I was going every 6 months to the doctor. They would say, hey, something's flagging, it doesn't look right. I would do more tests, and then they would say I was good, there's nothing there. And so it got to the point, after years and years of that happening, I kind of started questioning, like, well, why do I have to keep getting tests? Every time I get more tests, there's nothing there. So what's the point? And I didn't really understand it. It wasn't ever really explained. So when I was 37, we moved. And so we moved far enough away to where I didn't, it wasn't that far away to where I didn't have to change my doctors, but it would have been nice if I did, just out of convenience. So I was kind of going back and forth in my head on whether I should switch doctors. And then my next 6-month appointment was coming up. So I just decided to go ahead and look for a doctor here in the town I live in now and see, what they said. So I did my checkup with them. They did the same routine test. They said, hey, there's something showing up. We need to do more tests. And I thought, oh God, here we go. So went and did those tests like they recommended, and just assumed that I was going to get a phone call and told, oh, everything's fine, we'll see you in 6 months or whatever. I did get a call, and they didn't say that. They just said that they needed to speak with me. And so I kind of just brushed it off, like, oh, okay, they just need to tell me that I need to come back in 6 months like they always do. And I didn't call them back, and would get, another call from the nurse and another call. And finally, I'll never forget, it was in November, because it was like dark. I'm driving home from work. It was cold. I'll never forget that for some reason. But I had a voicemail from the nurse, and she had told me that she would be in the office later a little bit later that evening, that it truly was an emergency. She has been trying to get a hold of me, that I needed to call her back. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I called her back, and that's when I got the news that I had cervical cancer. Probably, I don't know, she had to be careful with what she said because she was the nurse. Obviously, she said that it wasn't good. I needed to come in and speak with the doctor. And the doctor actually confirmed and told me when I went in, because I'm pretty sure she had me come in the next day or like 2 days later. It was pretty quick. But either way, I went in and I got the news. And, I was lucky that they were able to catch it early for me. So, and that is one thing about cervical cancer awareness, and like what they try to do to promote, like in January, and get the word out. Like, you can catch that early on through, the tests with your OBGYN. And so I was definitely lucky to get it caught early on. I was able to they tried various things. They did realize that, it hadn't spread in anywhere else in my body. It was just in my cervix. So long story short, we ended up doing a hysterectomy. They decided to leave my ovaries to try and keep me from going into menopause. It did prolong, by doing that, it did prolong it, but I am now officially postmenopause as of May of last year. I just actually came and did more labs. So I do come and get my blood drawn every 3 months for my doctor. She has been amazing throughout all this. I truly believe she saved my life. There are things that should have been done prior to me moving and switching to her that weren't. And I am 100% in belief that if I wouldn't have moved here and switched doctors, my journey would have looked very differently. So, you know, I always questioned why we were moving where we were, and like I struggled with it when we first moved here because it was new, it was different, it wasn't where I was from. But you know, now I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. And like when I look back at my journey with my health, like that was really a turning point for me. And like I said, if we wouldn't have moved here, I don't know that I would be sitting here today making this video. So she really did save my life. I believe that. I tell her that when I see her. But anyways, so I just wanted to get on here and share a little bit about that. I want to share more about my journey in postmenopause. Because that's a whole nother thing. And just even over the past 4 years. So I had the hysterectomy in March of 2021. And, you know, I took the rest of that year to kind of just, I don't know. There was a lot of like, it affected me mentally. Like I was just emotionally, like there was just a lot there. So in January of 2022, I was like, okay, this is like a serious wake up call. I need to do something different with my health. And that's where like I really started focusing on learning about food, and all the nutritional aspects of that, and what to put in my body, what not to put in my body. I learned about supplements and fitness and sleep and hydration and, you know, just all that stuff, all the health and wellness stuff. And I've really kind of gotten to a place now that now that I am in postmenopause, I've kind of figured out like what works for me and what doesn't, and that could change obviously throughout my journey, but right now I've kind of like honed in on what that looks like. And so I'll definitely share some of that with you guys. But I just wanted to get on here and say, you know, definitely go to your checkups, get your routine tests, be an advocate for yourself whenever something sounds off, or you don't understand something, or you feel like maybe you just need more answers, better answers maybe. You know, it's okay to ask for those and to get those and to do that for yourself. Like you're the only person that can, you know, do that for you. No one else can do that. You have to do that for yourself, and you deserve to do that for yourself. Like we're all worthy of that. And I don't know, like this is my journey. My journey is cervical cancer, but yours might be, you know, something else, diabetes, endometriosis, or breast cancer. Like, I don't know, like it could be anything. Fill in the blank. We all have a story. Like, be a voice, and let's start speaking out and telling our stories to help other women, inspire other women, encourage other women. So that's like my little kind of what's been on my mind today. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their January, and I will be on here again. Today is very cold where I'm at, so I think I'm gonna make a recipe that I have been making since last year, I believe. It's a healthy, it's all whole foods, but it is a pasta dish. So but it's good, so I might share that later. But yeah, just be an advocate for yourself. If you take anything away from this, like do that, because you deserve that, and we all deserve to have health and wellness, and be just have that I don't know, that energy and that spark in life. Like, we all deserve that, and we can get that as long as, like, we do the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. So have a great day, guys.